One of the great poems of all time is The Vast Wasteland by T.S. Eliot. It was written in 1922. He was a young man then, had just gone through World War I, and he came out of World War I very depressed, both figuratively and literally, about where human societies were going, and feared for the worst, which in some ways, World War II, of course, it happened. The book was, this poem, The Vast Wasteland, was written when he was in a sanatorium, because he literally had a breakdown, had to go there for a long time, and then this epic poem was written. I mean, this poem is long, it's complicated, it has numerous characters who show up in the different sections of it, talking about their own lives and how they view the future for themselves and for the rest of the world. It's T.S. Eliot obviously expressing his own thoughts through them in this poem. It's in the reign of the Chaucer poems. I mean, we're going back to when poetry was very popular. Poetry was the way to tell the short story rather than the short story, and that's what this one's about. The Vast Wasteland has always been considered one of the great epic poems of all time, and it's one that I think you'd go back to read over and over again, because the more you read it, the more meat there is to pull out of it, the more understanding you have of the characters who are in it. And for T.S. Eliot, for all the other writings that he did, and he was a poet, this is the one for which he is most known. And if you want to get a sense of history, what it was like after World War I, how people felt about what had happened and where the world was going, this is a poem that kind of gets you there. It has a real historical context to it. One of the world's great poems, T.S. Eliot, The Vast Wasteland.